another episode of Stable Scoop. This week we are going to be talking about Sallie. So we're actually getting ready to go for a ride, so why don't you guys join us and we'll pick up there. Alright guys, thanks for joining me on this ride today. So a little bit about Sallie. Sallie is a 7 coming 8-year-old Oldenburg Mare. She is bred by Victoria Carson, my mother-in-law, Nikki's mom, at Flying Chesterfield Farm. She is out of the Hall of Fame mare that they have, Dutch Treat, who's the same mother as Lizzie and a couple of the other foals that we've had over the years. And by the stallion Sinatra Song, who actually is in Maryland at High Point Hanoverians over on the Eastern Shore, really good friend of ours. So Sallie, like any homebred, we've known since day one. She was a very leggy, big foal. It seemed that as Duchess got older and the more foals she had, the bigger those foals started coming out. So I think it was early on that Nikki had decided that this mare was not going to be for her. And as she grew through her 1-2-year-old year, that became even more so that Nikki wanted to stay away from such a big horse. Now we're measuring just over 17 hands, about 17.1, and she's definitely a very tall, powerful girl. But I think it was in her 3-year-old year that Nikki and Vicky both kind of approached me with the, hey, do you want to ride this horse? And by, keep in mind at 3 we had, yet to saddle break her, so we didn't know what she was going to be able to do, but, there's a possibility that she'd probably go on and do the future event horse, and, that she had the right body type for it. So, I made a post on Facebook about that time, said, hey, it looks like this is my future event horse coming up. Again, being a bigger horse, and, kind of just her attitude, and she still has plenty of attitude, we decided as a group, Vicky, myself, and Nikki, to send her to our very good cowboy friend, David Beard, who has started a couple of horses for us and friends. So we sent Sallie to see him, and after about a month, we went out, and I hopped on her for the very first time. Directions and power steering was not truly installed yet, but we had a stop button, we had a go button, and those are two very good, important buttons to have with horses. After that, she came home to Sunset Hill. As a 4-year-old, I had been working there for a little bit yet. I had Beanie there, and we were kind of basing our business out of there. And Sallie, although still under saddle, steering was optional. On the ground was amazing to work with. I was playing around with her over ditches, over the smaller cross-country jumps in the field and in the woods we had at Sunset, and she just had a knack for figuring it out. She started hunting them. I knew at that point that I had a really good event horse on my hands, or a future event horse. So I continued to work with Sallie, like I said, on the ground and more under saddle as time progressed. I had a pretty good handle at that point of, how to start the younger horses, the greener horses, and decided that, I would kind of make her my project. And as we started progressing, started jumping, she also then started showing she had a real knack for jumping under saddle as well. And it really, it took off. I mean, she just had this incredible power that I had not seen out of my own horses, and an amazing bascule. And sorry, we're passing cows over here, and over here we're surrounded. So as she began to get older and more experienced, we really started to believe in her talent. She has this very natural movement on the flat that is flashy and eye-catching, a natural ability to jump fences and not want to touch rails, which is extremely different from Beanie. And so we entered our first event and did well, and without it felt like without her even trying. So we quickly moved up to training level. Between 6-year-old, 7-year-old year, they really haven't pushed too much in terms of showing. We've done a couple training levels and done them really well. So this past winter in Aiken was a big year for us. We learned a lot about both my interaction with her and her response to things I ask. And actually have backed things up a lot and taken away some of the sharper aids of spurs and bits and softened things up, and she's really taken to that. So our flat work just this past winter seems to have improved tenfold. We're easily jumping prelim, intermediate height, and now starting to get our flat work up to that level. So looking forward, I still say and believe, and with the encouragement of my coaches, that this is my 4-star, my 5-star horse. As long as the world gets back on track sometime, we're going to make it there one day. So it's hard when you don't have a lot to talk about with such a special horse, but seeing as though we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what this mare and myself are going to do as a team. We got a lot of big plans coming up in the future. I know prelim's going to be coming up at some point whenever the competition season kicks off again. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until next time, have a good one. Next on America's Most Wanted, Big Bay Mare escaped.